My name is Mitchell Malone, and I am a protection and controls engineer here at Empirical, working in the relay department. I've always had a really curious mind, and so being someone who grew up in the 1990s and the early thousands, I had the chance to grow up with all sorts of new technological changes, things like computers, cell phones, tablets, all that kind of stuff. I got to see that stuff that was kind of like magic. How can I sit here and type on this keyboard and have these letters come up on a computer screen, or how can I sit here and move this little joystick around and have a character on a TV screen move around in a video game. It seemed really magical, and I wanted to figure out how that worked. So I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to go and study and learn about how those things kind of work. And so I also wanted to become an engineer when I learned more about it, because I knew it was multidisciplinary. Being someone, a lot of engineers, we have curious minds, and so we may not want to stay in one track. We may want to learn about, I'm an electrical engineer, but I may want to know more about mechanical and civil. And so I really like the idea of having a job where I could work in a field that I work with other types of engineers and I still get to learn. So to me, that was a really big part as to why I became an engineer. So to me, those are both there's kind of one answer to both of those. So I think, electrical engineering, for example, what I get to do is very broad field. There's a lot of different paths that you can take when you're in school. Once you get out in the workplace, there's a lot of different parts to it. It's been a field in development for 150 years. So there's a lot of old things to learn and know, because they're still out there in the real world, but there's a lot of new things. Every day it's changing. So to me, what that means is there's a lot to learn, which can be really challenging, but that's also the most rewarding part of it. Is, as somebody who's curious, or as an engineer, we always are trying to learn. And so just knowing that every day is not going to be the same, you're going to get to constantly learn and be challenged by that. To me, those are kind of one and the same, and that's what makes engineering rewarding and challenging.